When you think Shonen Jump, your mind is flooded with series like Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, Naruto, Bleach, Black Clover, and many others. But they all have one thing in common. They're mainly targeted to young teens and are pretty basic stories. I mean, it's shonen after all. But there is one Shonen Jump series that's a complete anomaly. Nothing like your main Shonen Jump series. It's hardly even shonen. Chainsaw Man. I'm sure everyone has heard of Chainsaw Man in some fashion, but for those who haven't, it's basically about a guy who's half devil, half human, and he kills devils so he can make a living, but that really only scrapes the surface. The first thing you're probably going to notice about Chainsaw Man is there's a more mature nature to the series. It reads almost like a seinen. Character motivations not being so honorable, partial nudity, that even led to a chapter being only online. The list goes on and on. The main thing talked about that makes the series have a more mature feel is likely Denji's motivation of touching tits, which is completely different from almost any other MC's goals in all of Shonen Jump. I think the idea of such a stupid but relatable goal was done completely perfectly. And I think Fujimoto never turning this into some sort of joke or trying to make it into a gag was definitely the right call. At the end of the day, this is Denji's goal, it's not a joke. And I think this is something almost any other Shonen Jump author probably would have fumbled. The next thing that separates it from most Shonen Jump series is just the sheer amount of gore. Just about every fight in this series has blood spewing everywhere, people getting ripped apart, intestines flying around, and sacrificing people for devil contracts. Yeah, even the power system of Chainsaw Man kind of promotes the gore, since most powers take contracts, usually requiring some form of sacrifice, all the way from little things like skin up to living people. I also think the art style really goes well with like the gore and just the bloodiness of this series. If this is something that anime can capture well, I think this series has so much potential to be animated beautifully. Another thing I think Chainsaw Man capitalizes on is the bizarre powers, character designs, and events. Something like that has never really been inside of Jump before, besides one other time, and that's obviously JoJo's. And even that is a complete anomaly, much like Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's list of bizarre things just goes on and on, sometimes feeling almost completely random. This is not even a bad thing. This is like one of the biggest strengths of Chainsaw Man, and the fanbase seems to love it every single bit. Although I do believe the bizarre nature of especially some of the later arcs and powers are some of the best, coolest action parts of Chainsaw Man, I do recognize it could be sort of a turnoff to a lot of people, just because of how confusing it can be. Honestly, even the last arc I really had to reread to completely understand everything that was going on. I think that Chainsaw Man is a really similar series to AOT in the fact that there's always really another twist that you don't really expect, and you have to doubt some of the characters' motivations and what they're up to. And that's one of the reasons AOT is so highly regarded. And I think it also works really well on Chainsaw Man. The story always makes you crave more and want to know what's really going on. The answers are never really disappointments either. Although the manga is over, things are looking up for Chainsaw Man, with the manga's second part announced, and an anime by MAPPA, the studio behind recent hits such as Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan Season 4. There's undoubtedly more crazy, bizarre stuff to come from Fujimoto, so there's really no better time to get into Chainsaw Man other than now. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and I worked just like pretty hard on this video, to be honest. I'm sorry there hasn't been more videos coming out recently. I've been kind of lazy, but I'm gonna try and work out some more. I'll probably dive into Fire Punch, Fujimoto's other work. If you want to see that, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.